Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cryptids Unlimited Plus. This is your host, Sal. Tonight, I have an encounter which occurred in my own county, San Diego, California. It comes from a small town called Julian. This story happens to be very cool, very awesome, amazing, all of the above. And it also comes from my friend Chris. It wasn't his own personal encounter, but today is his birthday, and he enlightened me on this encounter. So I'd like to dedicate it to him. Let's begin. Being San Diego is such a large county, that of 4,526 square miles, it's close, although far. And it's going to be my first Squatch encounter that I will be reporting on. Let's begin. Comes from a lady named Virginia Lewis. She's a retired veterinarian and spoke openly with friends and Bigfoot researchers many times by phone. She was a very sharp woman. Given her age and mental acuity, being she was 90, she was still bright and right on the money with mental tasking and physical abilities. Just before she died, she was driving a bulldozer in an effort to plow a road for her new house. She even prospected for gold in her spare time. The following story is her encounter of the Bigfoot creatures seen in the backcountry of San Diego, California. While her story appears incomplete, it should be of interest to San Diegans, if not Southern Californians, but most of all, Bigfoot enthusiasts. In February 1981, I happened to be right at the right place, at the right time, to meet a young Indian who talked openly of his interest in Bigfoot and said he had seen him on his reservation and knew the location of caves where Bigfoot hide. And he would take me there. Now, she asked. He guided me up a fearfully storm-wrecked road. My ancient van was not designed for such, nor my senior years to cope. But once started, there was no turning back. Disaster seemed certain, but I would die trying. We reached a small flat. Park here, my escort said. Now we hiked down a canyon. He hiked ahead rapidly, and I eventually caught up with him. Napping under a bush, below him, a small stream followed a darkened canyon around a bend. I'd parked in bright sunshine, and in less than a mile, we had descended into sunless gloom. The caves are over there, but I'm not about to go there, he said. Until my guide refused to enter a taboo area, I'd not really believed his story. I knew that no money or incentive on earth will induce an Indian to enter taboo ground. Okay, now we have to wait. Have a seat, I said to him. What are we waiting for? He said, to watch. He comes out this time of day and walks around. He drinks from those old rock troughs I showed you by the road. Sometimes he hangs out by that wrecked house where the road loops starts. You in a hurry? I told him no, but that I was not about to drive back down the road in the dark. We hiked back to my van, which was completely concealed in the brush until you reached the road. It was dusk when I drove off the reservation. After a week of heavy storms had eased up, I sought out my Indian escort. Unlike before, he was neither friendly nor talkative. Briefly then told, "My people are complaining. Our tribal spokesman is very displeased. You would not be welcome to return, with or without your friends, and trespassers risk being shot." So I backed down for a while, but I was not out. For 3 months, I planned for a return trip. A friend obtained permission from a well-known Indian to drive up the mountain just to take pictures, to stay on the road, and to not wander around the reservation. I'd studied the map well, but a certain hunch compelled me to request we reserve our direction. After a steep turn, we were blocked, but good, by a heavy pickup in the road next to a parked bulldozer. In front stood 5 Indians, shoulder to shoulder, spanning the road with their backs to us. "Looks like we've got trouble," my escort says, very quietly. He stepped out with a cheery greeting, and, as a Forest Service firefighter was recognized, 2 men approached me. "You see Bigfoot this morning?" They knew who I was. "No, and I came up here just to shake hands with him." That brought welcome laughter, then a statement. "I have seen him. He comes up from the canyon below, the flat you just passed. He doesn't come out very often." This confirmed what my first Indian guide had told me. The sticky situation was smoothed out, but not to the extent that we could continue to explore. I'm presently biding my time for the right moment to return. That's it. Very bleak, but unbelievable in my eyes. And on a side note, it is believed that Virginia did make it back to the area several times before she moved to her late husband's mining claim in Central California. She died not long after her move. In all subsequent instances, her efforts in the lagunas by the local Native Americans were stopped. Her book, The Night Side of Gold, is out of print. Perhaps she published it herself to give copies to interested people. Once again, thank you for listening to Cryptids Unlimited. And I hope that story left you thinking. Is there a Bigfoot in San Diego? I wouldn't doubt it. Thank you.